Welcome to Nerd of the Noob, episode 16. I think a Female Expendables is a good idea.
Wrong. He's such an idiot.
I take that out of the podcast.
You did it again.
I take that out.
You take what out?
On the audio. I cut that whole part out.
Why?
Because I dub over it with the good version. Hi!
Why am I still running this version?
For them. And for the YouTube video.
I'm gonna kill it.
Long day.
Yes.
Already.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Nerd of the Noob, episode 16. I cannot believe it's been 16 episodes. That's 3 months.
We only missed one
right?
week.
4, 8, 12. 4 months. My brain.
We missed 1 week. Or did we? We did not do one the week of Play on Con.
No. So we've missed 1 week. So we've been doing this for just over 4 months.
We have.
That's
My name is
insane.
Greg. I am your nerd.
I'm Michael. I'm the noob. I'm drinking some crack cocaine.
Starting early.
No, I'm not. Sometimes it tastes like it. I don't know what to tell you. Okay. Anyways, moving on. So we're gonna jump right into the show. And actually, first off, I'm going to introduce the fact that the show it's a nerdy. If you're new to the show, it's a nerdy comic book / movie-ish / video games, anything that's really just nerdy.
If it's
into
it. Nerdy, I try to find it.
And so,
By the way, this is the first episode in the new studio.
Yes, it is. Well, we still got some stuff to do, as you can tell. Blank walls, my beautifully painted walls.
Nothing here.
But we got to put some stuff there.
Wait.
And for those of you that are listening but new to the podcast, we do this live every Sunday, or as long as we film it on Sunday. We do this live every Sunday so that you guys can watch us. If you want to watch us, be sure to come check us out on Twitch, twitch.tv/nerdinthenoob.
Please come.
Now that I've got that out of the way,
Weekend Chat Explosion.
You first.
I nerded it up again once a month. Every month, I go to my buddy's house and we play D&D, Magic the Gathering. Talk about all kinds of stuff. This time though, we played Magic till 5.
Mm-hmm.
Passed out until 9:30, and then played D&D until 4 in the afternoon.
What was your character?
My character?
Mm-hmm.
My character is a level 4 half-elf ranger.
Okay.
With a proficiency in the longbow.
Okay.
Yeah, and he got a pet today. An eagle.
Oh, I was going to say, was it called Mango? I didn't call him during this.
His name is spelled ARR space KELLEY.
R. Kelly?
Because I believe he can fly.
Oh my god. There's something wrong with you. Wow. You named your eagle
R. Kelly.
R. Kelly.
Because he can fly. And he believes it.
I believe I can fly.
Oh my god, but you can't sing.
Oh my god. So awful. And you wouldn't even let me be your deity, but you named your eagle R. Kelly.
You know what? I couldn't come. It was either that or get a hawk and name him something Hawking.
Stephen
Hawking.
Okay, we're going to hell. Anyways. So my challenge thing, what did I do? I went to my wife's 10-year reunion, which was, it was kind of lackluster.
Did you introduce yourself as Mango? I am a podcast celebrity and internet.
No, because you haven't printed out the cards, so I couldn't hand them out.
They're stickers, not cards.
Okay, you didn't give me the stickers, so I could just throw them on people's stuff. Okay.
How did you introduce yourself? Hi, I install cable.
No, they asked me. Did I know you? Did you go here? Yeah. No, I didn't. I said my wife's running around here somewhere. She graduated with you. It was just kind of lackluster. It was in downtown Chattanooga, and it was just blah. I mean, there was probably 60 to 100 people there.
Have one.
Okay, so they had these little tickets. Everybody got 6 tickets. So each couple got 6 tickets for free wine or beer. So you could get 6 beers, I guess. I don't drink beer, and I don't drink wine. So I was like, okay, well, they said pay bar, a cash bar.
Yeah.
Okay, I can do that. So I go up there. The first thing I ask for is, let me get a Long Island iced tea. Well, we can't make that. Okay, it's not quite difficult. But let me try. What about a margarita on the rocks here? I'm talking margarita on the rocks. Not that hard. We can't make that.
What did you end up getting that they could make?
What can you make? Well, we make simple stuff. Like what? Like Jack and Coke. A 6-year-old could make a Jack and Coke. a monkey with his opposable thumbs could make a Jack and Coke. It's not that. So I got a little angry. Didn't end up drinking. I was like, give me a Sprite. Took him a second to figure out where the Sprites were. Worst pay bar ever. So yeah, did that. And then got up, and then we went to the in-laws' house. Stayed the night there. Well, they got home. And me and my father-in-law, we have this thing where if we're up late enough, we play what's called AC Doocy. It's a weird version of backgammon.
Okay.
We usually go back and forth, and this week I stomped the bejesus out of him.
Nice.
He won one game out of it last night, and today he won one game. I won 4. Whooped his ass. And so, yeah, I did that, and then we drove home. Really, that was about it today. I mean, it was just, we watched the football game, that mess of a football game.
I didn't even see it. I was too busy, rolling a level 4 Eagle named.
It's a good thing you didn't watch it because it was an
Kelly.
awful game. Awful game. Yeah, awful game. Horrible. I mean, horrible game. Anyway, so I'm not gonna stay on that subject too much.
But I digress. What I am gonna do, move that over, is we're going to jump into the long box.
The long box, and the first thing on the long box today
was a rumor from Warner Brothers this week about Frank Miller being involved with the Justice League film, the fabled Justice League film at this point.
It's never going to happen.
It's not going to happen. Most people know Frank Miller from Sin City, most recently. He's been a comic book writer forever. And he's a lot darker.
Well, see, here's what I think. We talked about this the other day. I don't want the Justice League movie to become Sin City. Watchmen was good, but it was just a little sideways, in my opinion. And so you've got to keep a little bit of the lightheartedness in it for it to be Justice League.
Which I agree, and I think he would bring that. But I think he's also gonna.
My problem is look. If Christopher Nolan already had Batman dark, you go much darker, and it becomes really risque. It becomes something kids can't watch.
True. I think you get. I think he would understand that, and I think with Mark Miller, you would get credibility to the project again, since Christopher Nolan may not even try to be a producer in this thing.
Okay.
I think you get credibility for that franchise.
I don't know.
Because Frank Miller, bring up some of his stuff. Bring up...
What, Frank Miller?
Yeah, bring up...
Wikipedia, come on. Let's just... Frank Miller. Actually, we can look his IMDb.
Boop. Well, IMDb's not going to give as much, but okay, let's see
Sin
here.
City, 300. Let's see.
These are as writers. Those are a lot of comic book stuff. He wrote on Wolverine.
Let's see. Which one's more important, director or producer?
For this, probably director.
For director. So let's see what his directing credits are.
3 credits, actually.
His directing credits are Sin City, which is in Sin City: A Dame to Kill For, which is in pre-production. The Spirit and Sin City. He was producer on 300. Now, 300 I loved.
Now, but look. He was a writer, a screenplay writer on Robocop 2 and 3. He was a TV series writer on the new Batman Adventures. He wrote comic books like Elektra, Sin City, 300, The Spirit, Batman Year One. The biggest one, in my opinion, is Dark Knight. The Dark Knight Returns, the comic book version, not Christopher Nolan's.
Okay.
he's got a lot of DC cred
right
to his name.
I can see that. Apparently, he's been an actor and stuff too.
Yeah, he comes into some of his own shows.
Oh, okay.
His own stuff.
I just the problem is okay. RoboCop, you can't really count that. RoboCop is bad in a lot of ways, but it's a cult classic because of that. So especially once you get past the good ones, 300, awesome.
Spirit did not suck. I love that movie.
I've never seen Spirit. Daredevil was crap. I mean, honestly, it was junk. If that's what we're going for, then I'm not. No, I don't want to play that game. But like the stuff that he come up with, I think wasn't Watchmen his?
No.
Whose was that?
Watchmen was written by. Oh, good Lord! If you hadn't asked me, I could have told you.
Anyways, so I mean, but like if 300 is probably my best thing for him. Frank Miller liked it. I liked it a lot. Elektra wasn't even that bad. I think they should have just had a different one.
You watched because I loaned it to you.
Yeah, that was
good.
Too.
Fantastic movie.
I just think the problem is they need to. It doesn't need to be Sin City-ish. He needs to make sure it's a different style.
Which I'm sure it'll be a collaboration on stuff.
I don't know. I think it's great. I think honestly, at this point, I don't necessarily care who's directing it or who's producing it or who's doing.
You're more worried about.
I want to know who's going to be the characters because at this point, you can have J.J. Abrams with. I like J.J. Abrams. You can have J.J. Abrams with Chris Nolan and
Steven Spielberg.
With no, we're gonna leave him. We're not even mentioning him. Stay out of my Star Wars, you asshole. We could have those three giants connected to the movie, and they're still gonna pick crappy characters to play this, or they're gonna try and revamp it some stupid way, and it's not.
And
you
also have to figure out how many people are gonna be in it. You know, who you're gonna portray, because everybody's gonna think about their own Justice League, and there's probably a good 50 to 100 different teams.
I'd like to see Batman, Superman, Green Lantern, Flash, Wonder Woman.
Okay.
Done. 5. Because you get too many.
With the way DC is right now, though, I could almost bet that they might try to put in Martian Manhunter and Cyborg.
Okay, well, here's the problem. Well, how many was in Avengers? Which just came out. Awesome movie again. Got to watch it. Love it.
5.
You have, what? Iron Man? Thor. Cap. Hulk. Hawkeye, so 6. And Black Widow.
Yeah.
So they
But you
6.
also have to count. Nick Fury is a character.
Okay, so 7. I don't
No,
think so.
Nick Fury is a character.
He's still a side character.
No.
Still a side character.
Nah.
You were thinking Aquaman and Martian Manhunter. If they put Aquaman in it, just shoot it now.
No, the new Aquaman stuff. I am going to say this until I'm blue in the face. The new stuff is proving he can be a good character.
Out of water?
Yes.
Oh.
But the fact that
Maybe
they
we
make
should read that.
the fact that they make jokes about him first is what makes it even funnier. I have the first 2 or 3 issues of that already bought and downloaded. You can go back and read
maybe
them.
that will be our DC comic of the week next week. I think we'll be on DC next week, right?
Well, we got to do Marvel again.
Oh yeah. Well, either way. So I mean, the problem is you don't want to get too.
You don't want to spread yourself too thin when it comes to the characters.
Sorry. Somebody in our chat just said Leonardo DiCaprio could be Aquaman. If he could have been Aquaman, he wouldn't have drowned at the end of Titanic. Just saying. No, I see my problem is still the backstories. You can't do a Justice League movie without any kind of backstory, considering that the only characters that have gotten movies right now are Batman and Green Lantern.
Yeah, but I kind of disagree with you on that because the public themselves are more aware of the DC mainstays than they were, 8 years ago of the Marvel ones. Fewer people knew who Iron Man were and Thor and Cap, they knew of them.
No, I completely agree about that. But what I'm saying is...
There is a bigger...
Unless you do a all-out, bam, Justice League and just ignore the backstory, and you do, like, flashback for Green Lantern, like, blah, 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 this is how I came to be. Done. He's Green Lantern. Then you go to Batman, blah, 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 this is how I came to... Although, granted, everybody knows that.
I don't think
we're going to argue about this until we're blue in the face.
I don't think you necessarily have to have a backstory at all. It's going to happen just to make more movies, but...
No, you have to. For it to be mainstream, you have to let mainstream public know who these people are. And the only ones people know, Green Lantern not even counting, because most people still don't know, is Batman and Superman. And that's because they've been around for 60 years.
Okay.
So, I mean, those are really the only two that people are just like, oh yeah, you ask somebody, who's Wonder Woman? Oh, she's really cool. Where's she from?
If you bring in someone like Frank Miller to do it, who knows these characters,
depends on what he's doing.
I think if he came in, he would bring in so much knowledge to it that you could get away with it.
Right.
Moving on.
Yep, again, last thing is I like the fact that Frank Miller is possibly involved with it. Right now, I don't give a damn. I think Frank Miller is good. Don't make it campy at all. Make it kind of gritty, and try to either base it, ground it as much as possible, or do the Justice League that's in space.
Okay.
Do the guy? I mean, you either ground it so hard that they've got their little base and all that good stuff, or
so you'd rather see the Hall of Justice instead of the space station.
Well, it depends. Either one. If you do honestly, I don't think you can do the Hall of Justice.
I don't know. I would die laughing if you got a screen where like it was a fade into the Hall of Justice, and over it in just big words it says, "Meanwhile, back at the Hall of Justice." I
just don't see, if you want to do it darker, more grounded, you can't do a Hall of Justice. Because it doesn't work. I mean, you had the Fantastic Four had the Baxter Building.
Yes.
That worked a little bit because it wasn't this big grand thing.
I'm proud of you that you remembered Baxter Building.
Yeah, no, my brain was going, what is that name? What is that? But honestly, I think it would be cooler if they did the in space version. Because I really liked the space station.
We'll see once they get a director and they get something written. We'll see where we're at from there.
All right, moving on to the next story.
You saw this and you liked it, so go for it.
Sir Patrick Stewart says, "Yes, I'll be reprising Xavier." Now remind me, didn't he die or something?
Okay, in the Fox versions of X-Men that went before First Class, yes, Xavier's dead.
Okay.
But
we talked about this last week, wasn't it?
Yes.
Xavier dies all the time.
The newest story that they're going to do for the next X-Men movie, is Days of Future Past.
Is this continuation of First Class?
I believe so.
Okay.
You're gonna get some new characters.
I'd like if he's gonna be in this one, that's fine. I'd like him as Xavier. Oh, I'd still like to see the other guy in there as well.
Days of Future Past is a time travel, alternate universe style, or not so much universe, alternate timeline story. We've talked about it on the show before.
Right.
And I think that's how that would happen. I can't imagine anyone else being an older Xavier.
Right.
If something happened and Matthew Vaughn didn't come back as, the young one, it can be recast. It sucks, but it could happen.
No.
I'm saying it would happen. I mean, regardless.
See, honestly, as much as I loved him as Xavier, I think they're totally screwing up.
Why?
Doing the time travel. Because what's going to end up happening is they cannot, they can't recast the main characters from those original movies 5-10 years ago. It will not work.
Which is probably why they're not using those versions. Those weren't early versions of the characters. Those were, okay, Scott and Storm and all them.
What are they going to do? Get...
They're going to have younger versions.
No, it doesn't work. It won't work.
It's going to work.
I think what they should do...
First Class was better than the first three...
Combined.
Hands down.
Absolutely. I don't think they need to bring... like I said, Patrick Stewart, he's great. I think they need to let these other actors play it out for at least a couple of movies.
What I'm saying, though, is that part, at the best, would be a small bit role for claps and applause, and because people know, who he is.
Right.
They know that he was Xavier.
Right.
I think that's what's going to end up happening. I don't think he's going to come in and take over the show and be, the big baddie, the big bad Xavier again. I think he's going to come in, he's going to end up sending a message from the future with somebody to the Matthew Vaughn character.
Now that sounds like Heroes. Save the cheerleader.
There's a rule in
Save
comics.
the cheerleader. Save the world.
There's a rule in comics.
What?
There's no such thing as an original idea.
No, there's not. But like I said, I'm not so much worried about the comics. We're talking about the movie here.
And again, I think he comes in with a small part.
I think they just need to leave him out.
I mean, you don't... Okay, would you bring back any of the other characters from the other ones then?
Which one?
Would you use
from
anybody?
Prior to First Class?
Yes. Would you
Hugh Jackman.
Okay, Hugh Jackman will be Wolverine forever at this point.
Hugh Jackman. That's it.
20 years from now, when they're recasting and doing this all over again, yes, someone else will be Wolverine.
Right.
But for this generation, yes, I don't care how many different versions or which studios do it, they're going to hire Hugh Jackman.
Hugh Jackman. That's the only one I would bring back.
See, now,
because Hugh Jackman or Wolverine doesn't age,
much.
You can play that any way you want.
He was a focal point in the actual storyline too, and that's one I was interested in to see how they even plan on doing. Because right now he is in the middle of production of
the next Wolverine movie.
Yeah.
I agree with Big Man here. It says, how many times do you bring in characters from an old movie to a reboot? Never. The only one I bring in is Jackman, and that's only because his is still relevant. That's it.
Okay, we're gonna change up the doc and we'll fix it. Go on to the next or the last story in the long box, and we'll come back to the other one.
All right, I can fix it
because it goes along with this. Just like Marvel Studios did, they hired Joss Whedon for 2015 till 2015 to do Phase 2,
right,
for all their Marvel movies, which is, come on, name Phase 2.
No Hulk movie.
Right.
Iron Man 3.
Yes.
Thor 2.
Yes.
Ant-Man. The Space Squirrel.
Guardians of the
Galaxy.
And then Cap.
And then another Cap.
And then another Avengers.
And I'm assuming
that's
Avengers.
Phase 2.
Right.
He's tied down until then. Marvel, the Marvel branch of Fox at this point, has hired their own guy, Mark Millar.
Sorry.
And he's going to be Marvel's consultant for Fox.
Right.
For, it looks like X-Men, Fantastic Four. He wrote stuff like Civil War.
Oh, I loved Avengers Civil War.
He wrote The Ultimates.
I don't care so much about the Ultimates. I've read some of the Avengers Civil War stuff.
Oh, it's fantastic stuff.
Holy crap! Because you got your brain. How does your brain wrap around something like that? You've got to have almost 30 characters, probably.
Oh, I didn't see this. He also wrote Kick-Ass.
I want to see the new Kick-Ass.
But they're bringing in their own guy with clout,
and that's cool. He's not as big as Joss Whedon. The problem is,
no, he's not as big in a different sense.
Right.
He's as big, or if not, okay, he is bigger in the comic book world,
right,
than Joss is. Joss is bigger in the nerd world, which encompasses a lot of stuff.
Right. You gotta stop that woman.
I don't think she can watch it.
Oh, okay.
Her phone's messed up.
Continue.
But he brings more clout when it comes to writer credits with Marvel, because he's also done. He
See,
could
hang on. I'm sorry. You have Joss Whedon. You only need one. Firefly.
And again, Joss Whedon has bigger nerd clout.
That's all
This
you need.
guy has better.
It takes one.
Go to his Wikipedia page. We already brought it up. Go to Marvel Comics. Just Marvel. Scroll down here.
Where?
Right there.
Where?
4.
Where?
Yeah,
Well,
there you go. Marvel Comics include stuff like Wolverine, Ultimate X-Men, The Ultimates, Spider-Man, Fantastic Four, Civil War.
God, it's
Keep
so
going
good.
down.
No shit for his Marvel stuff.
He's done stuff for.
Guys, if you haven't read Civil
Kick-Ass.
War, go look at it.
I think he was included in part on some Daredevil stuff. Go up to his DC stuff. I mean, he's got a bunch of DC stuff too. Swamp Thing, Dark Knight, Flash, Justice League, Superman, Action Comics, which is one of their oldest, you know.
See, now here's my question. Why didn't the people doing the Justice League stuff grab him?
Because he was probably already talking to Fox about this. He is a big time writer and a big time person for that. That is the only reason I don't think Fox is going to screw up this round of Marvel stuff.
I just told. See, that's the only problem I have. Back to the first story with the Patrick Stewart is. Don't get me wrong. Love Patrick Stewart. Record Soul #1. That was not Patrick Stewart. That was more.
That was
Sean Connery.
Yeah.
Either way.
Moving on.
Anyway, so that's the only problem is you don't bring in an old character into a new run, and they did so good with X-Men First Class. I mean, come on, you had Kevin Bacon in it, and he did good.
Technically, they broke the rule you've already mentioned.
What?
Wolverine was in that.
Well, that's what I said. The one you bring in is Wolverine because his is still current, not a reboot. He's doing the. Would you quit spinning?
I can't see around the mic.
He's the one that did. He's got the new movie. He's in production for another movie. Wolverine is still current. He's not a reboot character.
True.
Everybody else reboot characters.
I agree with you, but I still, as the nerd on this, I still agree with.
He's gonna try to throw that cloud in my face.
I still agree with Patrick Stewart was one of the best hires and casting for Xavier.
Yeah,
the older bald Xavier. I think
they need to bring back the guy who played Magneto in the new movie.
No, they are. I'm sure he's coming back.
He's fantastic.
Michael Fassbender.
Yes. Same Mystique was in the First Class too. Well, she wasn't, was she?
Yes, she was. She was trying to seduce Eric Lyncher, Magneto, and she goes, "Maybe you like this form better," and it was Rebecca Romijn.
Okay, that was. See, I already forgot. All right, so moving on to the last story, we're gonna actually have 4 different things. Those two kind of went together. The last story is there's a rumor to be an all-female version on the Expendables.
An all-female version of the Expendables movie franchise.
Yeah, and here's my problem with it, okay? With the Expendables, the whole thing with the Expendables, it was just...
Old guys?
Old guys. Well, most of it. Like, you had Terry Crews in there. He's not really old. You had the guy with the ear.
I know who you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about. I can't think of his name. But, I mean...
He's the MMA fighter.
Yeah, the only... the only good thing I think that could come from this movie is if there's a beach scene.
You are just horribly sexist, like 2 weeks in a row.
Yes. I'm sorry. There's not you can't have. There's not enough off the top of my head women that have been doing these movies for 20 years, these action type movies, to warrant this. Instead, they're coming in with Gina Carano. Never watched her. I need to watch that. It's on Netflix. I may watch it tonight.
Haywire.
Haywire.
I want to tell people what
Sorry,
that is.
Haywire.
She was the female lead in Haywire. She is an MMA fighter, established MMA fighter, very good. She is cast in the next Fast and the Furious, and we all know they only put action stars in that these days. And
so
wrestlers.
Here's my thing. Okay, if they want to do this, that's fine. But they have to do older. They have to do older.
I can
girls.
only name 3 off the top of my head, but they're, as far as current goes, 3 of them, counting this one, Gina Carano, 2 of them have been doing this for a long time. What?
So,
Martha Stewart would be great.
Martha Stewart, man, she's hardcore. She goes to jail. Martha Stewart in The Expendables. Oh my god.
Michelle Rodriguez.
Okay.
She's been doing this for a very long time.
Well, you gotta think, when was the first Fast and Furious? That was 10 years ago?
A long time ago.
So, okay, I'll give her that.
And then Mila Jovovich.
Jennifer Lawrence, too young. Can't have her.
Mila Jovovich.
Okay. I can give her that. She's been doing that since 2000.
She's been doing that since...
early 2000s?
90s.
90s?
Fifth Element. That's
was
her.
that 90s? Okay. I'll give you Mila Jovovich then. Whatever her stupid name is. I can't think of other ones though.
Muhammad Ali's daughter? Nice.
That's the problem, is I can't think of other. I mean, maybe Hilary Swank.
Yeah.
I can see her. She's been doing it for a few years, but she didn't really do action-y type roles. Let's see. Oh my god. Pam Anderson? No! No, I don't care.
Barbed Wire.
I don't care about Barbed Wire. No. I would just...
I agree.
I'm hard pressed to find...
I agree with you that the cast would not be as well known. I completely agree with that.
Yeah.
And Betty White, put her in it, done. However, I still think it would be a cool feature.
I don't know. Like I said, personally... Okay, so here's the thing. When I think of The Expendables, the only reason I watch that movie is not for the storyline. It's for the explosions. Okay?
Okay.
It's for...
You want me to hurt your feelings on this?
No.
Let Michael Bay direct this.
No. Bear with me for... No Michael Bay. F you, Michael Bay. It's for the explosions, for the action sequences. You don't watch The Expendables for the storyline. Okay? Alright? Just like the only reason I would watch a female version of The Expendables, or the female version of The Expendables, is for the sexiness. I want them to be running around half naked, yada yada. Why else have an all-female cast?
Well, of course they know that.
Why? There's no other reason.
But again, putting her and Mila Jovovich in the same leads, holy crap, that's still a lot of action. I mean, she's been slicing people up for years. You could put Summer Glau in it.
Not old enough, but okay.
Just saying.
That's the thing. For me, it's got to be the older...
So your stigma on it is the age.
Yeah, because you can't call it The Expendables. I don't know. My problem is that they did... The Expendables, to me, was just a reason for these guys to get together and have a good time.
Oh, I'm sure.
Okay? And these were the guys that have been doing these movies for 20 years.
I got it. Arnold Schwarzenegger's nanny. Too soon?
No, not for me. I'm okay. I don't give a shit. That's the problem. Oh, that's the only problem I see is you've got. See, here we go. Wait a minute. Oh, not Terminator. That made me think. Who's the chick from Aliens?
Sigourney Weaver.
Sigourney Weaver. Who's the chick from Scream?
Oh, I said her name today.
She was also in the movie with
Scream
Arnold
Queen.
Schwarzenegger.
Yeah. Just continue on because I
What's
can't
her name?
Her right now.
What's her name? Hang on, I'll think of it. She was. Oh my goodness.
No, I don't think she would do it.
But you get what I'm going with.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got maybe these Nev Campbell. Nev Campbell would be a good one. Jennifer Love Hewitt. No, not Jennifer Love Hewitt. What is her name? From Scream? Not Scream 4.
No, you're thinking the Halloween movies.
Okay, thank you. Halloween. Sorry, what was Scream? Scream was Neve Campbell.
Scream was Neve Campbell.
So Halloween is Jamie Lee Curtis.
There you go.
Jamie Lee Curtis. So you got Sigourney Weaver, Jamie Lee Curtis. There's two right there, and they're both still. Jamie Lee Curtis maybe not as much. But they're both still fairly attractive women too.
I don't care if they're attractive as long as they kick butt.
Exactly. You've got women that can do that. Pull those roles in. It's really easy. Instead, you get Gina Carano.
Dude, she's an MMA fighter.
I don't give a crap. She's
a gladiator.
Movie. She's been in one movie.
She's a gladiator.
One.
I don't care.
And it wasn't even that good of a movie that I've heard of.
Like this.
So
I like this idea. Uma Thurman from Kill Bill.
I tell you what, we got. Let's do the chat. We got a thumbs up, a thumbs down.
Thumbs up or thumbs down?
Thumbs up or thumbs down.
I'm sorry. I give it 1.5.
Thumbs down. Unless it's nothing but like Baywatch scenes.
You're just. How do you sleep?
Next to my wife.
That's horrible.
We're
getting a whole bunch of down and no.
Down, no. Ha ha. LOL.
Okay. Moving on from the story
before
we keep arguing.
So that's going to be it for the long box today. Thank you for listening to the long box. That took us into about 35-ish minutes. The next thing usually is Comic of the Week. Oh, by the way, did the show come on this weekend and I didn't record it?
I don't know. I'm sure we missed it.
So when we get caught back up to it, we will be getting back into Young Justice, but I might have forgotten all of it. So we have to go back and see. Anyway, so this week we're supposed to do a Comic of the Week. We've got a lot of stuff, and we're not going to do one. And we were going through, and it's supposed to be Marvel Week, and we just couldn't find anything.
Didn't find anything we wanted to read.
Nothing just went pow pow popped out of. I think honestly, the New 52 from DC is kicking my butt because I want to read all of that. Like you're supposed to bring me the New 52. Didn't you have the first set?
No,
the first 12 or whatever.
No, I'm going to get them.
Okay, I need those.
Yeah, let me get on that.
And so the New 52 is killing me. That new Green Lantern. If you haven't read it from last week, I think it was last week. Was the Green Lantern last week?
Yes.
Yeah. If you haven't read it from last week, go read it.
Green Lantern #0.
Green Lantern #0 is so good. Such a good book. So we didn't pick one this week just because nothing looked good.
So we'll go back to Marvel again next week. We'll give them another try.
Yeah, we'll try and find something. I don't want to read Spider-Man every time we read Marvel. So maybe we can find an Avengers or something. Actually, I've got that Avengers out there from that I got with the Blu-ray. We may read that.
We'll see what we can find.
So that all being said, the next thing we're going to move to is Noob versus. Last week's was Chuck Norris versus Bruce Lee. I voted for Chuck Norris.
I voted for Bruce Lee.
I whooped his ass.
I got beat. We did not get a lot of fan support this week.
No, it was a weird one. But that's okay. That's okay. So that means that I am now... I think I'm still winning.
I think when we get the new board up, we're going to have to start over.
No.
Because I don't know what the score is.
If anybody gets bored one day, I need you to go back.
Or if anybody remembers.
Or if anybody's remembered, go back and either listen to the old ones and just find the Noob verses and give us a score.
We have to read Captain America.
Yeah, he yelled at me earlier because I kept making fun of Captain America. Anyways, so yeah, we need to make a score. But I did win this week.
You did?
By like a landslide. You got like 3 votes. I got like 40.
But I do take in solace for this loss that historically on film, enshrined in time, Chuck Norris got beat by Bruce Lee.
And I warrant that Chuck Norris is still alive.
It's not Bruce Lee's fault. And Chuck Norris can't die. He's a real life imitation robot.
Real life imitation robot. Okay, so that being said, this week's, and this one was supplied by, I kid you not,
Mama Nerd,
Mom, and our aunt.
And Auntie Noob.
So I'm taking Inspector Gadget.
Okay.
And that gives you...
This gives me one of the oldest characters we've ever put on this.
Not counting the Wonder Twins. I think the Wonder Twins beat that one. I'm taking Inspector Gadget, and you're getting, what's his name?
Captain Caveman.
Captain Caveman. Both have gadgets, right?
Both. Yeah, his hammer was a gadget thing.
Yeah. Okay. So I say that all your dude had was a hammer with stuff, and you can only fit so much in there.
He was a caveman.
Every appendage out of Mr. Inspector Gadget was some kind of something. So, like, he's like an old-style Iron Man. He's just like, if he wanted to, he'd blow you up.
Yeah, but did you see the second movie?
We're not counting that. The Matthew Broderick one I'm fine with. Not the other one. So, I'm going with Inspector Gadget. Not to mention, even if he gets in trouble, Penny and the dog always get him out of it. So, I think that gains me extra points.
I will give you an extra point if you can tell me what actor from Futurama got his first major job on Inspector Gadget.
I'm guessing the guy who did Bender's voice?
Wrong! It's the guy who does Morbo.
Oh, see,
Maurice
you love
LaMarche.
that guy.
I love that voice. It's awesome.
So that's my argument. Inspector Gadget this week, I believe, is going to whoop ass. Because he has go-go gadget springy legs. And he can do whatever he wants.
And Captain Caveman has Captain Caveman!
I don't think that was it.
Yeah. And he goes flying up in the air. No, I remember.
Wow, I can't remember.
His hair gets all frizzy. And then he goes flying. And then he's klutzy, but then he always wins.
No, I don't think he wins.
Yeah, he wins.
I don't think he wins.
He always wins.
Nope. Pretty sure that's your argument.
No.
I have this full-on thing, and you're like, he wins because he flies.
This is what happens. Before Inspector Gadget can even get a gadget out, he's going to bash his head in. The hat. Where all the stuff comes out.
Nah,
he's just going to bash the hat.
Nah.
It's going to do that. Then he's going to tie his arms together. I got this.
You got this?
I got this.
Alright, so guys, do us a favor. When we put this up, please go onto Twitter or wherever. Tell all your friends about this. We'll make sure the link gets out there probably tomorrow. Tuesday, apparently.
It's always Tuesday now.
And we'll make sure it gets out there Tuesday so you guys can watch out for it. And please go on there and vote.
Share it.
Inspector Gadget.
If you have a buddy in California, in Asia, in Europe, wherever you are, if you have a buddy that's not voting, why not? Why aren't you sharing? It hurts my feelings.
I can't type.
Filling space.
Yes. Alright, so moving on. We've got lots of little stuff to, let's see. Let's open that. Throw it over there. Moving on into the short box. We got a fair amount of stuff to run through. How are we looking on time?
We're doing good.
We got about 15 minutes. Blah.
Alright, first, what did you do? Back it up.
Raggy.
Go back.
What?
Press backwards. What did you do?
No, but it's
Get
not
rid of that.
anything. Hang on, let me try this again. Well, that was weird. Stop.
Okay.
Alright, so...
First up, we got... a lot of people have been begging for another Hulk movie because Marvel finally figured out how to do it. It has been pretty much announced that the next Hulk movie won't dubstep. Will not be in the next...
Will not be in this tier.
It won't be in this phase. It will be in phase 3.
I'm sad for that. I'd like to see a Mark Ruffalo phase 2 Hulk movie.
I agree, but I think they're already working on the animatics for, Avengers 2 Hulk. But you got to figure they learned how to do it now.
Oh, they just can stick with the Mark Ruffalo version.
That's what I'm saying, though. So they've got it down. They know how to do it, and they know that there were no complaints about it. I think they got that down.
Yeah, I think they got that down. So, cool article. Go through, read it. It's just saying, it's talking about how people want it, but they're not going to get it and why. Next thing in there is...
The shield thing.
The shield thing?
Yeah. A graphic designer has made a shield fan film for Joss Whedon as an application to come on and do design work for the show. And I watched the whole thing. It's
were we talking about this movie, the show they were talking about putting together?
Yeah. This is for the Shield television show. This guy put this little thing together, and it's about I think it's somewhere 5 or 7 minutes. Go down. It's 7.5 minutes long. I actually enjoy it. It's fairly it's humorous. There's some a couple of guest stars in it that are in the nerdy world. But it was
look at that.
It was an ingenious way to do it.
I bet you got a job.
I bet he does.
I would have given it to him. Go check it out. All the links for the short box and the long box are all down below. Please take a look at them at your own pace.
Next up is Chris Hemsworth and Anne Hathaway are going to be on Steven Spielberg's next big project, Robopocalypse. This is actually a fairly big book that has been out for quite a while.
She's so hot.
It was on my list of books to read. It's by the writer.
Does not say. I have no idea. He doesn't know.
I knew his name. I had it, but I can't think of it now. Anyway, they've got them coming. It's a robot apocalypse story. Daniel H. Wilson.
Isn't it about like post?
No, it's not an old book. It was put out in 2011. I apologize. I was thinking something else. But they've already got 2 good members for the cast. I think
Chris Hemsworth, awesome. As long as he doesn't. What was that one? Was it Red Dawn where he was trying to do an English accent?
No,
not so good.
That was that Cabin in the Woods thing.
No, I think it was Red Dawn.
He's done a couple of English accents that were bad.
Oh, okay. But Anne Hathaway she just does things to me. So next thing, I'm not showing pictures. All it is they've got the first official image from the Wolverine,
which shows Hugh Jackman. He's jacked.
No.
You wish you could look like that.
No, really don't. Don't really care. So, girls, if you want to go see what he looks like, click the link below because I'm not showing. Don't want to see. Alright, next thing on here is Len Wiseman to direct The Mummy. Holy bananas, this could have been in the long box. The guy, apparently they're wanting to redo The Mummy. What was it? There was 3 of them. Van Helsing and something else.
I lost it. Where'd it go? What does it say over there?
What?
The Mummy and Van Helsing.
Why would you reboot those? Okay, first off, if you cancel the second or the third Mummy movie, first 2 are good. Okay? Don't need to go with those.
The last Mummy movie came out in 2008. So, if you're not playing off of that, I don't know if you call it a reboot so much as, giving new story. Because those Mummies movies were not the first ones. As it says right here, the original one was released in 1932. There was an Abbott and Costello version. There was one in 94, 99, 55, and then the 99 one was the Mummy that our generation knows.
See, but
I think they killed that series when they did the Scorpion King stuff.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But it also says down there that they're going to reboot Van Helsing, which I agree with. That movie was not very good,
in my opinion.
Some people liked it. Tom Cruise is set to lead, and that I can't do anymore.
No. I love the new Mission Impossible.
I haven't got to watch it yet.
It's really good. So, we'll let you guys read the article. There's a little bit of an article here. Go read that. Next thing is...
This was so cool. I sent you the email. You have to bring it up.
I'll find it.
There's a new iPhone app called Manga Camera. And what it is you take a picture and it gives you options of, backgrounds or designs, and it will turn your picture into a manga. And if you're not aware of what a manga is a Japanese style comic book. And unlike here in the States where there's a small group of people that still read comics, everyone reads manga in Japan. All of them. Everybody reads it. So the picture that's on the video right now, and he's going to kill me, is a picture of my buddy Chris helping me test this out the other day when I found the app. It's so funny. and it looks so cool. If you have an iPhone, check out the app. It is completely free. I manga'd my drive to work yesterday. I am driving to work. I took a picture and manga'd it.
That's so weird.
It was.
I wonder if this is on Android. I could totally mess with it.
No, it's on the iPhone right now.
Oh, it's only on iPhone?
Yeah.
Aww. Well,
but I saw this and I thought it was super funny and I wanted to get it out there. And again, this picture, he's going to kill me when he finds out. I know he's going to kill me.
Alright, so moving on. Let's see, we don't need that one.
What do we got next?
That one. I need to go over here. Next thing. God, we still got a bunch of stuff. I don't know what this one is.
You'll like it. Just bring a few over.
Okay, where you start talking.
Alright, the next one up is J. Scott Campbell does 3 covers for Marvel Now titles.
That's the redos, right?
They don't relaunch. They just start over. I'm sorry, that's my new joke. But what it is he got to do the cover art for All New X-Men, Avengers, and Uncanny Avengers. And you can't get the whole thing. See, like, this is Uncanny Avengers full color. Come over here. Get this black and white one right here. It's one solid piece of artwork that got broken up into 3 covers.
Oh.
Which, that is my new background at work right now.
That's really cool looking. You guys should see this.
It's really nice. And it's J. Scott Campbell. He's a super well-known artist. He's fantastic at drawing people. He's been doing it for years.
That looks pretty neat. So you got X-Men, Uncanny Avengers, and then the Avengers.
Right.
So there's a difference.
Yes, the Uncanny Avengers, if you look, has oh good lord, I know all their names and I can't think of them right now. Looks like Rogue, Wolverine, Captain America.
Yeah, it's all good. It's
all that good people.
I'm gonna look at some of these separate ones.
This is the 2. This is 2 of them. In color, and I thought those came out really good.
Yeah, I like that. I want to find that in color all the way across.
Yeah, I know. They haven't released it yet.
So, anyway, so that's pretty awesome. Next thing in the short box is we've got, this was awesome Dick Tracy Blu-ray set for release. I will probably go buy this.
Do you know why Dick Tracy is one of the greatest movies?
Why?
Because there wouldn't be a Sin City if there wasn't Dick Tracy.
Why is that?
Because Dick Tracy was the one that did that color saturation thing years ago. You know, the whole movie was a little bit older, but like the yellow in his coat or the red in the kid's hat, you know, the red on the woman's lipstick, it was all very bright.
Yeah.
And that's kind of that Sin City thing.
I watched that movie every couple of years.
We grew up on that. Was one of our favorite early movies. It's technically a comic book movie because it was the comic strip from the paper for years and years. Right. If you've never seen the old Warren Beatty Dick Tracy movie, you need to go find it right now and watch it.
Or wait until December and get the Blu-ray.
Or buy a Blu-ray. It doesn't matter. Any way you can see it because it's fantastic.
So next thing we've got on the
AMC is offering a live stream of Walking Dead for all of the Dish subscribers who can no longer get AMC. You don't like Walking Dead, but that's really cool of the channel.
No, that is really cool
of the network to do. You call in, or you don't call in. You go to a website and you set up you subscribe to this service, and they'll stream it to you.
Yeah,
And I just thought that was a television and a network company putting a foot forward for their people.
I just think it's one more step towards internet taking over TV, which is weird because I work for the cable company. Captain America, The Winter Soldier to film in Cleveland. I'm assuming that means Cleveland, Ohio.
Yes, and I actually laughed about this up until I found out that most of the Avengers was filmed there. I laughed about this because Captain America is coming to Cleveland.
They can't even go to LA
or New York.
So there's a nice long article here. You should go read it.
That's why we put it here, to inform you.
Informative because we didn't have time to read it. That's pretty much what it is. Go ahead. This is the one you wanted, right?
Which one's that? Oh, okay. I have a very brief segment this week that's called Holy Crap, How Did I Miss This? And it is MacGyver has been brought back to life for at least a 5-issue miniseries by Image Comics by the creator Lee David. What was his last name? I missed it. Lee David Zlotov.
That sounds more.
Image Comics is and there's another. If you go up, there was another link to show you some of the artwork for it. And the artwork in it is actually really nice. But I can't believe I missed this. How did we miss this?
I don't know, my guy.
Back in July.
You're the two, dude. I love MacGyver. I'd like to see.
I'm going to buy the series. I will buy this whole 5-issue run, and then we will read it, and then maybe give it away.
Nice. All right, so go check that out. Moving on to the next story that's the art. Next thing is this is some stuff given us. The next three were given to us by Big L Man from the chat. First one is there is incredible new look at possible future Avenger Ant-Man. I want to see what is this test footage? Oh, it's just storyboard stuff. Let's see what it looks like. Okay.
Hey, if they've got storyboards going, like official storyboard stuff, then I got hopes for this.
So far, I'm not liking the
costume.
The costume.
Oh, I'm sure they'll change the costume out.
Yeah, I'm not liking the look for the costume.
Although he's equally as strong as an ant-sized person as he is a regular guy.
It's a little weird.
I know.
Yeah, guys, go check this out. It's about a minute long. It'll be interesting to see how that goes. The only thing so far is it looked kind of neat. I like the way they were talking with the storyboard, him coming through and going into the elevator and all that.
Yeah.
I just didn't like the costume.
I'll be interested to see how they deal with pin particles.
Snake should be played by someone new. Apparently, Hugh Jackman has been named possibly as somebody to play Snake from Metal Gear Solid. And I guess that is it the studio? Somebody, this is a long article, is wanting it someone new instead of. I could see Hugh Jackman as that.
I could see that too.
Yeah, I could see that. So, alright, and I believe the last story, let's see how we're doing on time. Yeah. We're doing this perfect. Man of Steel's big secret baddie.
I don't want to. No, get it off the screen.
Why?
We changed our mind. I don't want to know.
As crafty as Man of Steel has been about keeping plot secrets, only a leaked photo or two, the blah blah blah. Superman himself couldn't stop Lego from starting a huge wave of speculation about a secret villain in the Superman reboot. We already knew that General Zod and Fora were going to be putting a few of Superman's perfectly coiffed hairs out of place. Now, however, there's speculation there might be another super villain. Beware of speculative spoilers below. We can't help it. Oh, look, let's see. What do we got here? The news is that Lego may have slipped up by accidentally revealing. Who is this? I'm trying to look.
It's a short box. Quit reading it for him.
Now
you're just doubting.
I can't even tell who it is. I have to read it. See, now I've teased you guys enough that you should
go read the article.
You should go read it. Oh no, it's Darkseid. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know.
I was gonna be so mad.
It probably should be a Darkseid though. Just saying.
You think because Marvel's bringing out Thanos that they need to bring out Darkseid?
Yeah, why not?
Anyway.
Aquaman? What? No, I'm just kidding.
Aquaman's the bad guy. Nice. But I think that's our show.
Black Zero?
I have no clue.
Okay, good. That's the only other name that I saw. So, alright guys, well, we hope you've enjoyed this show. We are getting better at it, I think.
I think so.
Except when I'm sitting here dancing. You can't see, but I'm dancing in the chair because I drink all of this and now I have to potty. And so, on that note, we will say thank you for watching the show. I am Opaque Mango on Twitter, Opaque_Mango on Twitter.
I am Gman0184. The show is at Nerd and the Noob. You can email us if you'd like to get in touch with us for anything whatsoever at nerdandthenoob@gmail.com.
Yeah.
We're on YouTube. We're on iTunes, Android devices.
Pretty much, if you want to see us, it's on Nerd and the Noob somewhere. If we don't have that page yet, let us know and we'll go get it. Other than that, guys, I hope you've enjoyed the show, and we'll see you next time. I am Michael the Noob.
I am Greg the Nerd. And
Go
as I
for
say
it.
at the end of every single episode,
You.
whether there is one of you or 1,000 of you, you are all epic, so please stay epic.
Peace.